My name is Mason Matthews, and this is my persuasive speech. Though we as human beings live all across the world, there is one major problem that we all are causing and can fix together, and this is global warming. If we don't do it together, it will never work because we are all, as a whole, causing it. So, in this speech, we'll cover some of the things that contribute to global warming, as well as the effects that these things have on our environments. And lastly, what we can do to reverse global warming, or climate change. The first step to solving any problem is identifying what contributes to this big problem. A main problem is big money-hungry businesses, industries, coal, oil, and mining industries. They are responsible for 38% of methane emissions, according to wildearthguardians.org. So these businesses will clear out our forests, will just destroy big areas of land and replace it with mining and getting oil from the ground, which will put out emissions. And oil is not replenishable in any lifetime, really. It takes millions of years to get this oil that we're taking out of the ground. So cutting down on forests eliminates a major thing that can turn our bad emissions back into oxygen and help the cycle keep going. We're destroying that and replacing it with something that's polluting the earth. So along with that, when we clear out these forests, we'll turn them into farms. So cows, pigs, but a main problem that is also contributing to the methane is cows, because they eat and then it just comes out as farts basically. But we have so many cows to feed all these people that it is raising the methane levels. So secondly, we must identify the effects these things have on our environments. So the most obvious thing and the most well-known thing is that the ice caps are melting, which raises the temperature overall in those areas, and as well as change the currents of the ocean. And according to Nat Geographic, the currents move heat from the equator towards the poles, which plays an important role in controlling the climate. And this is where a lot of confusion comes in with the term global warming, because changing the ocean's currents will change where the ocean blows hot air or cool air. So it may blow cold air to somewhere that was already cold, and then they'll say, well, our place is getting colder, so therefore global warming isn't a thing. That's why the term climate change has been newly accepted as the overall term used. So as well as changing the sea levels and the currents, the rising sea levels can cause floods, destroying homes on islands especially. People have to vacate. So these things are really destroying what we need to survive. We're not replacing what we're taking. That's why we need to switch to replenishable resources. So such as solar, wind, water, things that will be providing energy without having to burning it, putting it into the air, and trapping those gases in our skies, basically. So the main thing we can do is switch from gas cars to electric cars, and the biggest thing is these big power industries can switch to solar plants. So instead of burning all these big clouds of smoke into the air, we can just change to solar panels, which is free, replenishable. And another main thing we need to do is stop polluting the earth with trash and things like that. It's destroying our coral reefs, which also have the same function as trees, basically, emitting carbon, or taking carbon and turning it into oxygen. So overall, if we want to prolong human life on Earth, we must come together and work together to solve this problem we have caused together. Thank you.